Andy, Baskin, Jeff, good morning. What's going on, fellas?
Hi, Tim.
How are you? Everything good? You guys have to be really, really excited about what's going on. Not only for the golf, but, man, you have a ton of stuff going on at Firestone from the 12th to the 16th.
We've got so much going on. Thanks for having me on the show, guys.
Thanks for joining us.
Super important that we get out to the community and let everybody know what's happening. But I'll tell you what, we're pretty much all done and ready to roll. July 12th through the 16th, we've got in its 70th year professional golf here at Firestone, and we just couldn't be more excited. We got some great stuff lined up for everybody.
Tim, how do you get involved in something like this? If you're a company like Colleague, how do you hook up with the PGA Tour and make something like this work?
Jeff, great question. I mean, look, the reality is Bridgestone has had this tournament for many years, right?
Right.
And or some variation of the tournament. And, you know, their deal expired. And, you know, the tour was looking for somebody to step in and really step up, right, and take it to another level, or perhaps even face losing this tournament in Akron, right? Mm-hmm. And the reality is we just didn't want to see that happen. We got introduced to a handful of people, specifically people within the PGA, Don Padgett, who you may know, mm-hmm. and also Bill Considine, who has been the chairman of this event for many, many years, who was the chairman of Akron Children's Hospital, right? I mean, one of the most prolific humans on the planet Earth. But the reality is these guys approached us, and they approached other companies as well. And when we took a hard look at it, and, you know, with Matt, colleague, who is all things Northeastern Ohio, played quarterback at the University of Akron in the early 90s, and our businesses are here, we just said this is a great opportunity for us to step up and really showcase Northeastern Ohio through the platform of professional golf.
Tim, it's hard not to notice the Colleague name all across Northeast Ohio, too, especially when you go to the ballpark and you know, and just that investment in Northeast Ohio. What's the mission there? You know, because I don't know, Tim, I don't know that a lot of people 10 years ago knew who Matt Colleague was, but now it's kind of hard not to see his name somewhere around Northeast Ohio or in NASCAR. I mean, he's all over.
I'll tell you what, the Colleague company is so, you know, and if you haven't met Matt, Matt's just a phenomenal human, right? And one of the most philanthropic humans that you'll come across, which is the big reason why we got involved here. I mean, unlike other tournaments, right? All the money that we make through this tournament and all the people that get behind us, and it's been great community support. This all goes back to the organizations in Northeastern Ohio that are helping our kids and families. It's that simple, right? Mm-hmm. None of this money, anything that's left over, turns over to anybody for profit except for the organizations helping out here in Northeastern Ohio.
All right, so the event, especially when you read more about the event, it is a lot more than golf. What else do you have going on?
Well, I think, Andy, you say the word event, right? Mm-hmm. And there has to be more. I don't care if you're at the Masters, right? Mm-hmm. If you go at the Masters, really all the things that go on at the Masters and all the entertainment and all the venues around the Masters, everybody descends upon the Masters. Golf is just part of the event, right?
Sure.
Well, no different here. You know, we have some of the very best players in the world, champions that have played. They absolutely love Firestone. I mean, Firestone is just a phenomenal track, right? But there has to be other things. So what we did is we partnered with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We partnered with companies like Forever Lawn and Celsius Energy, LA Golf, and really put together a venue, an event where people can come and really experience things and have a bunch of fun with their family. I mean, that's really what it's all about, right? So we did that, and it's going to absolutely rock. I think we have 7 different bands coming all week long. So we have concerts on Thursday night and Friday night, Saturday night. We've got bands like the Vindies, right? Big Pops, Jaluski. We've got people coming in from all over the country, jumping up on that stage, and it's gonna rock. We've got all kinds of food trucks. We've got this brand new concept with the Celsius Energy Lounge. Does anybody drink Celsius energy drink? Right?
Right.
Everybody drinks that. So the reality is we're putting some cool stuff out there that nobody's seen before.
And very family friendly at $25 to get in, right? And 18 and under is free?
18 and under is free, right? And $25 for a ticket to come out and experience all the stuff. We've got a really cool experience on the Forever Lawn Green where it's going to be an interactive putting experience. We've got all kinds of signage and this really cool LED screen that you'll be able to test your own strengths on the course and some other things as well. Can't wait. Don't want to give all of our secret sauce away because we really want to create the energy for people to come out and check it out.
Tim, with the PGA and the LIV and all that stuff going on, the seniors have been out of this completely. I don't know that people realize what great golf the seniors still play. And especially with technology, these guys still bust it a ton and can really light up a golf course.
Well, look, I hate to keep going back to the Masters, but, if you go back to the Masters and you take a look at the people that were in the leaderboard on Thursday and Friday, half of those guys are going to be at our tournament, right? These are some of the very best players in the world, and they still continue to compete, and they'll come out to Firestone and shoot 68, 70. It's unbelievable golf, and, we want to make sure we highlight that. You talk about senior, when you say the word senior, people think you're going to get out there and watch guys rolling around in wheelchairs, whacking the ball around. That's not the case. This is 50 and over. If you look at the tour, a lot of these guys are coming on. They're in their 20s, early 20s, and hitting the ball, 110 mile an hour swing speeds, 300 in the air, right? These are guys that are able to compete. They're still hitting 300-yard plus drives, but maybe that's just not all carry, right? Some of the best in the world.
So, Tim, some of this stuff, and again, I want to remind everybody the Call of Companies Championship at Firestone Country Club, July 12th through the 16th. But, the colleague entrance into the sports world started a long time before you guys got involved in this, and A.J. Allmendinger winning this past weekend on the NASCAR circuit. Yeah. I'm not asking you to give us any inside information, but what I am asking is, could you ever envision a NASCAR race sometime in Northeast Ohio, knowing – look, I'm at the ballpark on Friday, and I'm looking up, and it's like, Colleague Racing, Northeast Ohio's racing team, and that bond that Colleague Racing has with Northeast Ohio. Can you envision a NASCAR race here someday, somehow?
I'll tell you what. This coming weekend, NASCAR is hosting its first ever street race in downtown Chicago.
Right.
Okay. The entire place is sold out. It's absolutely bananas. Tickets have been sold out for months, and the track itself is literally through the streets of Chicago. So to say, is it out of the realm of possibility that we get something here in northeastern Ohio, specifically Cleveland, maybe up on the lakefront where Indy's run for years? I wouldn't say that's out of the realm of possibility. We'd love to see something like that.
So you think if you're watching NASCAR this weekend and you see what's going on in Chicago, which by the way they've been setting up like grandstands on, I don't know if they're on Michigan Avenue, but they've been putting up grandstands and stuff in downtown Chicago for a while now to get rid of this. Yeah. So we should watch that to maybe think, maybe that could happen in Cleveland. I'm not saying it's going to, but that's something we should look to.
Well, listen, the reality is, who knows, right?
Right.
But as NASCAR looks to compete, and let's tie it into golf, as NASCAR looks to compete for viewership against Formula One and Indy and everybody else, they've got to make some changes. And I'll say the same thing is true for professional golf, right? We're in this, whenever you get involved with something that's in a state of disruption, that is a perfect time to get involved. We didn't know when we signed up for this, we had no idea about LIV Tour and PGA. And then all of a sudden the announcement, a month ago, that somehow they're going to jam all this together. Look, I don't know what to tell you, but I feel like we're in the right time at the right place. And people are in the right town here in July to come out and see this happen right in front of our very, very eyes.
Tim, thank you. As always, best of luck. Tim Clepper from the Call of Company is nice enough to join us this morning. Again, July 12th through the 16th, you get a chance to watch the PGA Tour, Champions, Legends, and then there's a bunch of other stuff going on. Infinity Zone, Celsius, LA Golf, concerts on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame stage. Tickets start at $25. CollegeChampionship.com to purchase tickets today. Tim, thank you for your time. Appreciate you, bud.
Thanks, Tim.
Andy, thanks. Let me do one thing. It's collegegolf.com.
Oh.
Right? We made it a little bit easier. So instead of collegechampions.com, it's www.collegegolf.com, and you can get your tickets there for sure.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Collegegolf.com is the place to go.